Well, where do you see America in 10 years?
It's over.
With an unconstitutional power grab after unconstitutional power grab by this administration, do you think Americans will reach a boiling point where they'll embrace civil disobedience?
Boy, sometimes you wonder, but you know what? This is another interesting thing. The stereotype that liberals have for Tea Partiers, like the Department of Homeland Security under our fine President Obama, suggests that we're right-wing extremists and prone to violence, and that when Rush or Mark Levin and Sean Hannity issue their conservative talk, that it'll incite people to violence because conservatism necessarily leads to violence. It's just nonsense. It's the Timothy McVeigh non-connection. Well, no, the answer is they're projecting. They're the violent. When you look at all the protesters, look at the left. Look at the left during the 60s, 70s. They're the ones who always get violent. The SEIU guys are the ones that are causing trouble. The Tea Partiers, just like the guys at Dan's Bake Sale for Rush, they're conservative, law-abiding people. I don't care. I'm saying it to the camera. We are the ones that respect the law. You libs are the ones. You're not going to be watching this tape anyway, libs, unless it goes viral, and it might. It's a good interview. It might go viral. So they're the kind of people that promote violence, and they project that onto us. We don't do it. No, I don't think there will be civil disobedience, but there's going to be a radical change.
Well, where do you see America in 10 years?
It's over. No, I'm kidding. I am ultimately an optimist, and I can't allow myself to throw in the towel and to believe it's over. There has to be a tipping point, though, when we continue to spend money, deficit spend, money that's printed that we don't have. You know, there's a point beyond which we can't retain our solvency and our standard of living. However, Americans are so resilient and they're so liberty-loving. And there's another paradox here. While on the one hand, we take our freedoms for granted because we've always had them, and few of us had to fight for them. And we got brave men now in this generation fighting for our freedoms, but a lot of the baby boomers didn't have to fight beyond the Vietnam. So they took their liberties for granted. We've had them for 200-something years, and so we were born into it, unlike other nations, and so we don't properly appreciate them, I think. I mean, I think I do. I think conservatives do. That's what we're about. But I think there's this residual appreciation, if for no other reason than we have enjoyed these freedoms, and we understand what the negating those freedoms is, so that when those freedoms are taken away from us, we rise up, and we're seeing an uprising, a spontaneous uprising. Unlike, you know, the libs lie about everything. They misconstrue. They say this is an astroturf movement, i.e. artificial. No, their movement, their counter movement is top-down astroturf. They're forcing this. For example, notice this stream of consciousness. We're going into other questions you didn't ask. The Department of Justice has a blog squad on the taxpayers' dime, going around surfing the internet to find negative stuff that the conservatives are putting up there, and then they're countering. These bloggers in the Department of Justice, and then you know about the White House blog used to attack conservatives, and then how they call talk shows. This is a political Alinskyite organization from the top down.